Ready to start the
And share it out.
Yeah.
Light us up. There we go. Good afternoon. Welcome to another exciting edition of Tech on the Rocks from Mid-Atlantic Technology Professionals in Emmaus, Pennsylvania, where we answer 3 questions on a tech topic. I make cocktails. What could go wrong? Question mark. Today's episode is Season 3, Episode 9, School's Back, Time to Sharpen Your Skills. I am Trevor Miller, founder and CEO, and with me today and always is
Hope Strom, business manager.
And Jen, our digital marketing and operations specialist behind the board, doing our studio engineering. Special shout out today to fill in the blank.
There's no special shout out.
We always have to have a shout out. There's no shout out.
You always want a shout out.
Shout out. All right. Well, shout out to Anthropic and Claude and Cypher, our internal tech AI. We're making a ton of progress. We have something to tease at the end of the video. That's coming around next month.
Let's get started.
Why don't we get started?
Yes.
You're all about business today, or maybe Hope is just thirsty. You just hope so. Okay. Right. So summer is a habit of putting everything on cruise control. Vacations, relaxed schedules. We have less support tickets that come in this time of year, different support tickets, people on vacation, that kind of stuff. And lots of stuff gets pushed just to after Labor Day. So before we launch back into school, and by school we mean just get back into the swing of things. It doesn't necessarily have to be school. It could be, getting back into the grind at work with, not tons of vacations, or getting back into the grind at home, whether you have kids going back to school or just school time in general. So how are we going to do today? Start with a drink, start with a question, try and do both at the same time.
I'll ask you a question.
Why don't you ask me a question, Bridgekeeper? Ask me a question. She doesn't know what that reference is.
If you could give every business owner one technology habit to improve before the end of the summer, which is in a couple weeks, what would it be?
So what we're looking for is really simple, actionable advice, right? A couple of things in there. If your system's been traveling with you, hasn't been hooked up to your home network a lot, a good full restart is a fantastic idea. Phones, tablets, computers, make sure you're hitting all those updates. There's been a significant uptick in updates because of AI activity. Where a human being could hack at a certain rate, AI can hack at crazy much better rates. So lots more stuff to protect from. So get those updates applied. For school, honestly, the best thing is password managers. We use and offer an application called Keeper. There are plenty of others. What's a password manager? What's a password manager, Hope? What's a password manager, Trevor?
It locks. I know. Are you going to let me answer?
No,
It locks all of your passwords into one substack of a system.
Yep, correct. And Keeper, the product we sell, allows you to keep your encryption keys, which are important, right? Because you say, well, then the password manager has accessed all my data. They don't actually. So you encrypt it your side first, and they just have blobs of data in a certain format, right? So they couldn't read your passwords if they wanted to because of how they're all encrypted. But my wife's an educator. Shout out to Jenny, professor, and the amount of systems every day. I mean, you know, around here it happens too. Every day there's a new solution, new addition to the stack, another password you need. A password that has to be more complex, that used to be less complex, a password that now needs a passkey or now needs different MFA or different something, or the login changed, or one company bought another one. Passwords are always changing, and a password manager just allows you to keep them all set and allows you to only memorize one master password. So
it also allows you to link the website so that you just click on it and it goes directly to that. And I'm just thinking of older individuals that may be very helpful.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yep.
I need a drink. There's your soundbite for today.
A drink.
You going first, or we determined I was going first?
No, you go first.
I'm going to go first.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So this beverage that I'm making today is for back to school because it was called back to school. And I normally don't phone it in, but I phoned it in and I did a Google search and this came up. So
you've actually never drank it?
I never made or drank this ever in my life. So let's see, how should we start?
We'll start interesting.
It's called the honor roll. There you go. It's called the honor roll. And we should shout out the Jack Daniels in Lynchburg because we're about to commit a crime here.
It's called the honor roll, but it really should not be drank by students.
Or maybe you drink it. Maybe this is for the parents of the honor roll students.
There you go.
So I'm going to use Jack Daniel's Single Barrel here today, which is my favorite whiskey. Honestly, because we don't have any other whiskey. We're going to need that. But it's also very good.
You see the image?
We're going to start
pretty nice. The whole picture of
you. You like that picture?
Fixing your drink.
Can I have, look at this, can I have the jig?
Sure.
Now we're going to see how this goes. I think it calls for 2 ounces. I may or may not do that. I think we're going to do 1.5 ounces.
You did. While you're doing
And I bought the simple syrup. We run out of glass space, so let's see. Front and center. Beautiful stuff. I know. Mm-hmm. It actually is supposed to have honey something.
That's why I'm not sharing the
syrup, but I'm not going to buy that. It's just going to have actual honey.
What is honey syrup?
No idea.
I don't either.
And it's going to continue to be that way.
I put a lot of lime in there.
Lemon.
A lot of lemon in there.
We're going to proactively do some of this.
Maybe just a tiny little bit of that.
No, because you hate bourbon.
That's supposed to mask the bourbon?
Sugar masks everything.
All right.
Let's see. Now, if I was making this at home, this would probably be something that requires a doctoring round where you taste it and then you're like,
what does it need?
What does it need?
You're going to stir it maybe?
Maybe.
Get that bourbon.
Did we find that? We did find the cocktail stirs. Look at that.
No, we didn't. I just grabbed more. I don't know. The honey's just sitting in there.
Yeah, well, that's what it will do if it's not hot, right?
Yeah. You have some, cat fur all over your hands, sir.
I'm going to steal these. I wonder where the cat fur comes from.
Yep.
All right. I'm happy to doctor this. This one I think had more simple in it, so we're going to give this to you.
I mean, it doesn't look awful.
Clinkety. And let's see how awful. Awful, a rating of 1 to 10.
Right?
Weird,
that's not bad.
It is weird, but not awful. It is weird, but not awful.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what makes it not awful is that you don't actually taste almost 2 ounces of bourbon in it.
I mean, it's okay. I'd say on a scale, it's a 4.
You know what it actually tastes like? It tastes like a derivative of whiskey sour.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but not as strong.
Which you're not a fan of.
All right, you want to answer another question?
Let's answer another question. Give me another question.
What's one tool or feature businesses already own but aren't using? I guess they're not using huh?
They're not using.
I guess they could be using it, but maybe not or just might not be using it at all.
So we give customers the opportunity to sit down and powwow with us annually, and certainly anytime they want to talk to us. There's lots of new features. New features drop on applications you use every day, and it's really hard to keep up with them. And it's something we're trying to focus on around here. But what do you have installed? You probably have Office applications, Outlook, Excel, PowerPoint, Teams, shared sites, calendars, OneNote. There's a certain type of person, and in fact, I think I was talking with you last week about OneNote, right? About where it came from, about what it's for. Was I talking to you? It was me last week, 2 weeks ago.
It wasn't OneNote, it was Evernote.
Evernote. Well, now I was comparing it to OneNote,
yeah.
whatever. Mm-hmm. So my wife used OneNote for a while. It's something that if you're a note taker, if you're someone that likes to jot stuff down, you should give OneNote a chance. It's not for everyone, because I tried to use it and it's not for me. I much rather
Can you
either
transcribe it, or you have to type it. That's
both. You can talk. Okay. You can absolutely talk to it. And with Copilot AI, you can integrate that stuff now too. So OneNote started as a Microsoft project initiative to try and unify the Office applications. It didn't go very far, but what it became was a place that you can actually put all types of things together easily without worrying about formatting, because OneNote's meant for your own consumption as opposed to public consumption. So you can kind of organize it however you want. Organize it like an old-fashioned notebook, like an old-fashioned, tape in clippings, add stuff. You can add little voice notes. So if you're a note taker, try out OneNote. Otherwise, if you're more than 2 or 3 people in your office, Teams is useful as well, especially if your desk is not within yelling distance of someone else's desk. Teams is a fantastic place to casually send stuff back and forth.
Yeah, we use Teams a lot around here.
We do, especially when the conversation needs just a little bit of data, right? So, we don't wholesale store data in Teams. It's for data in transit, right? It's never to store data. But if you're like, hey, take a quick look at this, or can you help me with that? Or I've been working in this for a while, can you give me your assessment? Like, those are all things that are great for Teams. And it allows you then to kind of put what you're trying to do all together. And of course, Teams can go out and there's tons of add-ins in Teams, but Teams can look at your files and that kind of stuff too. So the bottom line here is, before we go out, a lot of times we always want to buy something new and shiny. There's like, let's buy new software. Let's go look at our vendors and try and find something new. But you have a lot of technology already. So try and get the most out of the technology you have. And certainly we were just evaluating this. We won't name the application or solution, but a couple of years ago, we kind of went down the rabbit hole of bringing in a management solution as part of our stack, part of Guardian One stack. And we spent a lot of time setting it up, and we tried to use it. And it's very powerful, but it just doesn't work with our workflow. So the bottom line is, don't be afraid to give up. You bought something, you don't use it, look at your subscriptions. Have your bookkeeper or the reasonable facsimile look through what you're paying on a recurring basis. And I forget, there's a name for license creep these days. Anybody know it? Do you know the name for the license creep? There's a word that people call it, where license creep. So
never heard of that.
And there's a word for it, and I don't remember what it is, but it was kind of like, it's like what I do with these little applications. I need a voice for an AI, so I make a subscription to 11 Labs. I want to animate a cartoon character, so I make a subscription to something else. And before I know it, I have like 10 subscriptions, only maybe 8 of which I continue to use, and I forgot the other 2 that I signed up for once, tried them out. It didn't give me usable results, and I abandoned it, but we're still paying it because that's how they get you these days. So looking at that stuff, don't be afraid to pull the plug on something that's not working.
Okay, you went with report card theme.
Yes, what's your theme?
I went with a end of summer. So summer, sunset, sunrise, or sunset something. Summer sunset. There we go.
I thought I was almost thinking we're gonna make a tequila sunrise. Now the pictures, we're seeing the picture here. The picture's up on your screen, and we can see it too. So I see that you've matched the glasses exactly. So the drink needs to also be matched exactly.
All right, now would be a perfect time for you to hit a ice cube.
I was told not to overuse. No. Nope, not that one.
Ching. I don't really want bourbon in this drink.
Okay, that's a nice shot. Look at that shot. Shout out to OSB Bot. Tiny 3, Tiny 2, Tiny something. Really little camera. It has a mind of its own.
I gave him permission to use 1, and now he's used about 20.
My favorite one. Once
you start, you can't stop over there.
Shoot. This actually grows on me. This is actually not so bad. It tastes like a whiskey sour. I swear, this is just an iteration of whiskey sour. My friend Mike, who lives in Buffalo, shout out to Mike Patterson. He makes a fantastic traditional cottage craft whiskey sour from raw ingredients, and I do not. We are working on drink music for next time. We'll have drink music, so this will be more exciting. Or do we have drink music? Do we have? Blast us out.
This is 3 ounces, but it's not.
Close enough. Now, we have to give Hope credit here. To back up the drink picture. That looks like it. She did it. I was joking. Now she did say she was going to bring cherries and she didn't.
I forgot.
But
cherries.
If she had cherries, holy crap.
Yeah, I did pretty good.
I went the one this one looks like it. That one not so much. So give me this one. This is more. This is look at that. Look at the gradient on that.
Yeah, your grenadine went down nice and smooth. Mine did not.
Okay.
That is not.
What?
That is not a
Cheers.
clink. No, it is not.
It says it is.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
I'm just gonna do that instead.
Ooh, that's good. That is definitely summer.
It's good.
It's definitely summer. To me, it tastes like there's some coconut, and I don't know why. Yeah.
Yes,
why?
I was about to say
there's
that. I don't like. I'm looking at over there. I'm like, I don't like coconut. I'm like, wait.
What makes it coconut? I don't know.
That's you hit on something.
Couldn't tell you what it is because I didn't put coconut in it.
You know what we need to do? This is what we're going to do. This is foreshadowing. So how can I phrase this? Phrase this well. So next month, we'll have Cypher and Sam both come up with a cocktail.
Okay.
Have you heard about this? So let's say you're going to make a cocktail. Not research one, but actually make one from scratch, right? What ingredients would you pull from? Like, what would your list? Things that...
Probably vodka, because vodka seems to be easy for me.
But things that you like. Things that you like, you enjoy, flavor profiles that you enjoy, right?
Sure. Yeah. Yes.
That's what you would do. Now, what you created here has a weird coconut thing to it. But
I don't know why.
But you didn't use any coconut.
Nope.
So here's the thing. I've seen a couple videos on this. So AI in the culinary space is combining flavors that human beings would never think to do, and it's creating some amazing stuff, right? So
you want AI to create 2 cocktails that we probably never
but like it's like I'm just gonna make something up, but like pickle juice and pineapple or whatever. Like
no pickle. Have you heard the thing that went viral? Is pickle juice and Dr. Pepper?
It's stuff like that. It's stuff where you look at the ingredients and you're like, there's no way I'm going to be able to drink this. And then you drink it, and it is the sum of the parts is more than the individual parts.
The mustard and watermelon thing that went viral one summer. Put
Stuff
some mustard on
like
your
that.
watermelon, and it's supposed to give it a good flavor. Yep.
Stuff like that.
So we're just gonna make it what the AI says. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Go for it. Someone's actually on live.
Miller Family 7900. I wonder who that could be.
That could be. Your wife?
She's ready for one as well. So we're going to make a third one. So which one, though, Miller Family 7900?
We're going to make a third cocktail right now?
No, but Miller Family 7900 wants one. So I'm asking which one.
Our last question. What's one small change that someone could do to save 20 minutes every day? 20 minutes every day, what could someone do? So
there's lots of stuff. I'm going to focus on 2, right? Okay. And one goes back quite some time, and it's funny, for a while it was horrible. And then for a while it was really, really good, and now...
What is it?
Search, right? Oh, search.
Okay.
Search in a couple different veins. I'm going to focus on 2. The first one, everybody absolutely has. That's Outlook, right? Outlook, if your computer's set up correctly, and if it's not, give us a call. Outlook, by default, fully indexes your inbox. Fully indexes... What does that mean? That means you can use Outlook like Google. So you can go in and search Trevor, invoices, customer name, whatever. You can mine data out of Outlook, right?
Doesn't always find what you want.
And that's the rub. For like the past maybe 6, 7 years, it was really good. And I'm pretty sure what's happening is Microsoft wants people to go to the new Outlook, which is essentially just the web version of Outlook wrapped up into an application. So lots of companies have multiple pieces of software. And a lot of what work is these days is moving information from one piece of software to another one, whether that be your operational piece of software into your billing software, or your web e-commerce site into your financial software, or really anything, any standalone spreadsheets, pulling data out, anything you can automate, anything that you can make where an intelligent system, a smart system, a computer-based system can do something repetitive, and it can do it month after month after month in more or less the same way. You can free up your actual people to do real human being work. And what I mean by that. So, for example, we had here a very large billing task that happened once a month. give little specifics, Microsoft 365. We get a 365 invoice in with like 100 lines, a couple hundred lines, a few, let's even go further, a few hundred lines of data. And we have historically have to split that apart and bill everybody for us to make money. And with Microsoft 365, shocker, we do not make very much money. We don't. A couple bucks per license. That's it. It's not like that is not keeping the lights on around here. And for the amount of money it made us, it was a lot of work. So we use some custom software and we've automated it. We can download the invoice now from our vendor. We can pull that apart and we can throw it up to a QuickBooks invoice for our customers. And at the same time, we're actually giving more information on those invoices so our customers can better manage on their side their billing. Now,
how are we doing that?
Not only did we save the time on our own effort, now Jen does our front of house and also our creative. And honestly, I much rather have her doing the creative because the front of house stuff is just, I won't say it's busy work because it makes us money, it gets us money, but it's just clickety, right? It's not mindless, but it's just repetitive, right? So having a computer do it is so much more efficient, and along the way we can get so much more out of it. And by the way, we reduce mistakes to programmatic mistakes, right? So any sort of issues and whatever get more or less factored out. If you can find automation opportunities within the software you already use, take advantage of this. Now, what if your software doesn't have any automation opportunities? What can you do? What can we do? Looking ahead, what can we do?
Well, we've talked about learning and building better habits and working smarter. So I can't really give too much away because we want to talk about it next month.
Start with the next month.
We've been working something behind the scenes, and does Trevor want to give a little teaser?
We are. So we all like storytelling, and Jen will tell me that when I tell stories as well on social media. So anyway.
Yeah, people like when you're real, authentic.
Yeah, I'm real. So before I ran Mid-Atlantic Technology Professionals, I did a corporate IT job. And at that corporate IT job, shout out to IQE, they're still a customer, great customer, thank you. We had a custom software development team that we used to develop custom code. And when I started Mid-Atlantic, one of the hardest bits was that I didn't have that anymore. Now, can I code? Yes, I can code. I've not coded since the 90s, and you really don't want me coding anything. The quality of my manual code and the speed of my manual code just is horrendous, and it's not something I ever enjoyed doing. So AI comes along, and a lot of people are coding with AI. They call it vibe coding, right? Which has a negative connotation, but it's fine. And because I kind of know, like I know how to code, I just don't know the current syntaxes and stuff. So about a year ago, I started coding for some personal projects, and then I started dipping my toes here at Mid-Atlantic to create something I always wanted. I always wanted a wallboard in our operations center. I wanted a wallboard to kind of show the current status of tickets and systems and threats and things like that. And as I was putting that together, tons of opportunity for stuff that I would have identified years ago as opportunities for custom code kind of bubbled to the top. So for the past 6-8 months, I've been doing automation for us here at Mid-Atlantic. And starting next month, we're going to have a whole podcast and a whole launch on it, but we're going to add, it's been a long time since we've added to Guardian One. We're adding a new component to Guardian One called Forge. So Guardian One Forge will be our custom software development offering that we will package up and offer to all our customers to help them drive their business forward with automation and advanced reporting. So we will happily sit down and have a free consultation, talk about the solutions you use, talk about your pain points, talk about information that you know is in there, right? You have solutions, you know the data is in there, but to get it out in a way that your team can actually use it and drive your business forward. So next month, we're going to talk about that. And I think we'll probably have Cypher on to talk about it because he's a large part of it. Cypher's our internal tech AI. And so there's our teaser for next month.
You're not going to explain the name, or that's for next month?
Well, Guardian One is our proactive services, and Forge is just it's a creation entity, right? Because we are creating something out of, I won't say something out of nothing because your systems exist, but to use them programmatically, use them in different ways, linking them up, you can find lots of opportunities to drive your business.
Great. So stay tuned for next month when we talk about it more in depth, right?
Absolutely. All right.
Wrap it up.
All right, wrap it up. That's it for today. Wherever they are, like, subscribe. What? I take direction.
Yep.
That's it for today. Please like down there.
Subscribe.
Down there. Where is it? Over you point. You're on that side. I think it's down that your side.
You don't need to. Just say like, subscribe.
Like, subscribe.
They get it.
They get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you copying?
You told me to
say.
Because that's what you told me to do.
I said wrap it up. I did not say copy the word I said.
We answer questions from our viewers. We've had one question from a viewer.
Gosh.
Fantastic. Thank you, viewer, for asking a question. And customers, so please give us idea for future episodes. We're happy to answer any questions you have. We're happy to do full deep dives on any question you have. And we're even happy to have you sit in that seat over there and talk to us about what you want to talk to us about. You can come in and talk to us about what we want to talk to about, or somewhere in between, right? Reach out to us at info@m-atp.com. Email me, email Hope, email Apollo. He has an email address. He doesn't check it very often. And when he does, it's tough to read. Thanks for our customers for their continued business and our staff, including present company, for all their hard work. Look out for a brand new public website that's coming soon. Thanks to you for watching us today or tomorrow or whenever you watch and ask, why the heck am I watching this? Catch us in person at Hope for Events, close parentheses. Go.
The only event that's coming up is Farewell to Summer Festival in September.
See you next time. Thanks. Enjoy your day.
Take care.
Take
Bye-bye.
us out. Zip.